Amidst the relentless spotlight, two big names like Xiaojan and Wang Yibo never escaped the public eye. However, this time, it wasn't just their actions that caught everyone's attention. It was the words that came out of Wang Yibo's mouth, which shocked everyone, including Xiaojan himself. Despite trying to remain calm, it was clear that his words touched the deepest part of Xiaojan's heart. What exactly did Wang Yibo say? And why did Xiaojan's expression change so drastically? As the two were in an interview session that initially felt light and relaxed, the atmosphere suddenly shifted. Amidst discussions about their career journeys and the dynamics that had developed since filming the drama The Untamed, Wang Yibo calmly uttered a sentence no one had expected. "Sometimes, I feel like I'm the only one who truly sees you for who you are." Instantly, the room filled with laughter fell silent. The camera briefly focused on Xiaojan's face, which had been smiling, but his eyes slowly softened and his gaze dropped. His smile faded, replaced by an expression of confusion mixed with emotion. It wasn't an ordinary sentence, it was a meaningful confession. Xiaojan is known as a highly professional individual. He is skilled at managing emotions, hiding wounds, and rarely revealing his vulnerable side in front of the camera. But this time, his composure wavered. Though he tried to maintain a small smile and a calm tone of voice, his eyes told a different story. He swallowed hard, then replied softly, "I don't know what to say, but I heard it." That was all. A short sentence, but full of emotion. Fans immediately realized how deep the meaning behind his expression was at that moment. Xiaojan didn't just hear it, he felt it, and it cut deep. The relationship between Wang Yibo and Xiaojan was indeed full of mysteries. They were known to be very close since starring in The Untamed, but they always maintained an unspoken boundary. On screen, their chemistry was extraordinary. But behind the scenes, fans always wondered, was there something more than just colleagues? Every small gesture, every silent glance, and every smile that only they understood became the subject of lengthy analysis by fans. So it's no surprise that when Wang Yibo uttered that meaningful line, everyone immediately felt that something that had been hidden all along had finally come to the surface. Some people believe that Wang Yibo is simply too honest. He's not the type to hide his feelings. When he cares, he says it. And when he's disappointed, he doesn't hesitate to show it. But this time, his statement sounded like a mix of honesty and a long-buried confession. People only see you from the outside. They don't know how hard you've been fighting. But I know. Those words left many people speechless. Was this Wang Yibo's way of saying that he had been paying attention to all the hidden sides of Xiaojan? Was this an unspoken form of love, or simply the concern of a true friend who truly understood? After the interview ended, a staff member present at the location revealed that Xiaojan had locked himself in the changing room for several minutes. There were no loud sobs, no explosive emotions, only silence. But his silence spoke louder than 1,000 words. Fans referred to it as an unspoken cry, a reaction to a wound or warmth too deep to be expressed in ordinary words. Fan reactions flooded social media. Many wrote that Wang Yibo's words were like an emotional embrace for Xiaojan. Amid the pressures of the entertainment industry, where everything must appear perfect, Wang Yibo instead highlighted Xiaojan's vulnerable and authentic side. And that, in the eyes of fans, is the purest form of love. He didn't say, "I love you," but he said, "I see you." And that's deeper than a typical declaration of love. Netizen comment: since that incident, the public has begun to view their relationship from a different perspective. Some say it is evidence of a deep emotional bond, while others see it as simply an honest moment between two true friends. But one thing is certain, Wang Yibo's words have changed the dynamics between them. They are no longer just colleagues, but two souls who understand each other better than anyone else. The big question now is, will Xiaojan respond to Wang Yibo's emotional confession? Will he open up further and reveal what he has been feeling all along? Because if Wang Yibo has dared to show his most honest side, the world now awaits Xiaojan's response. It doesn't have to be in the form of beautiful words. Simple honesty is enough. For even in silence, love can speak the loudest. However, responding is not an easy matter for Xiaojan. He is not the type to quickly open the deepest layers of his heart, especially in public. From the start of his career, he has been tested by various trials and scandals that taught him one thing: silence can be the safest form of protection. But this time, the one knocking on the door of his heart is not just anyone, but the person who has been by his side in silence all along, Wang Yibo. Will he be brave enough to respond, or will he choose to keep everything hidden behind that soothing smile? Many fans believe that Xiaojan's response will not come in the form of direct words, but through small gestures that only those who truly pay attention can understand. Perhaps from the way he stared at Wang Yibo longer than usual, or from his unintentional steps closer when they stood side by side. Because for them, the language of love is not always words. Sometimes it exists in the silence that is mutually understood. What's interesting is that after that meaningful moment, Xiaojan appeared more introspective in several interviews. He began to reveal sides of himself he rarely showed. In one instance, he softly said, "Some things don't need to be explained. What matters is that we understand each other." That sentence became a new puzzle for fans, but also like a small window into his thoughts. Was it a subtle response to Wang Yibo, or simply a reflection of his long-held feelings? A simple sentence can change everything. In a world filled with pretense, Wang Yibo's honesty becomes an oasis that touches, pierces, and opens eyes. And though Xiaojan tries to stay calm, the heart cannot be deceived. His gaze, his silence, everything speaks more honestly than words. So, what do you think? Is this a sign of hidden love? Or just a genuine expression of affection between two true friends? If this story moves you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and enable notifications so you don't miss out on other emotional stories about Xiaojan and Wang Yibo. See you in the next video.